then pointing what appeared to be a gun at officers. According to the criminal complaint, officers were called to the Murphys on San Mateo early this morning. People who live nearby say they saw two men, later identified as David Ramirez and Rocky Powers, breaking in through the roof. When officers arrived, they say both men took off running. They say Ramirez pointed a BB gun at officers. He dropped the gun and was arrested. They later found Powers on the roof of an apartment building next to the Murphys. Police say Ramirez was found with money from the Murphys. Both men caused an estimated $7,000 in damage to the business. They face charges that include burglary.
A convicted felon murdered a woman just 2 months after he was released from prison. Now he's going back behind bars for dates.
Joseph Meredith was found guilty in the death of Angela Kerr. WLKY's Lauren Adams spoke with her father, who had some harsh words for his daughter's killer.
Angela was a loving, kind person. She had a heart of gold. Sometimes that big heart would get her in trouble because she let people take advantage of her.
Doug Kerr's only child, Angela, was murdered in Radcliffe in March 2021 by a man she met weeks before. Joseph Meredith was released from prison on burglary and robbery charges in January 2021. 2 months later, he shot and killed Kerr and violated her dead body.
In this case, we had someone who ran from the police for the better part of 8 hours that day before he was picked up. We found the murder weapon in his pocket. He had a cell phone that had the evidence on it.
Prosecutor Teresa Logston has called Meredith a monster, while Doug Kerr spoke directly to the killer just before he was sentenced.
When he takes his last breath on this earth, there's a special place for him in hell. And don't ever forget it. And as far as your pathetic apology, I won't accept anything from you.
And after Doug Kerr's emotional testimony here at court, the judge followed the jury's recommended sentence of 70 years. Even still, Joseph Meredith would be eligible for parole after 20 years. And for the victim's family, that's not good enough.
I'd love to see life without parole or death. He's done got more than he deserves.
That would require changes to the state law as it relates to abuse of a corpse. Logston believes justice was served for the mother of two. After all, 70 years was the maximum. And Kerr says he's relieved to see Joseph Meredith heading back to prison.
There's really no words after something like that. It's mostly hugs and tears.
In Hardin County, Lauren Adams, WLKY News.
Now, Meredith will be...
Good afternoon, Your Honor.